Right though, let's get this shit show on the road. Ah, oh god, Phil is seriously losing his fucking mind more and more every single fucking day. Which, I mean, it's hilarious, but yeah. Alright, let's watch him die over 40 times against the boss in Krabby Dark Souls. Bleh.
I roll. I roll. You. I roll. You're full of. It's so dumb. I want a game where my reactions come out when I push the button. Is that so much to ask?
I mean, I didn't see anyone else having issues with it, Phil.
Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. And now it's time for something completely different, right? I don't think I've ever played a video game where I was a crab. Now, I know there have actually been.
Oh my god, it's different because I'm playing a crab, guys.
The name of the
What the fuck?
Aggro crab. But I don't think I've played any of them, right? Oh god, look at this guy. Now, wait a minute. Do you think this is the equivalent of the dude in Elden Ring? Remember, in Elden Ring, you get the knight right away on the horse? Do you think they're doing that? I think they are. I think that's supposed to be the knight from Elden Ring, and you don't fight him yet. He's overpowered. Right? I think so. It is! The Royal Shell Splitter. It's a tree sentinel. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god. It's an early boss, just like Elden Ring, fur. I swear to fucking god, man, why does everything have to be like something else? Like,
Ow.
like there's multiple games that have a fucking mini boss early on that you can try out and get used to the game a bit. Shit like that.
That's filling. Did you see that? Oh, it's a crab.
Quite fucked.
There's a big delay when you attack. There's a delay.
Like, fucking imagine, Darkside Phil is the only fucking streamer that I know that will start a game, and instead of being like, you know, the first stream is supposed to get your audience in. Well, I mean, your first stream of a game. You know, it's supposed to get your audience interested in the game. You're supposed to make good progress. You know, you don't wanna stall and make the game go really fucking slow. Meanwhile, what does Phil do? Spends over half an hour or maybe even an hour just fighting the same fucking enemy. Just because, like, well, you know, my ego doesn't allow me to give up and come back later. I have to do it now. Like, dude, it's boring as fuck for your viewers. Like, bro.
Delay before you swing, and then once you commit to it, you have a recovery on the attack that's also slow. So it really is like Dark Souls, where you have to commit to attacks.
That's why I like the boss themes they have in this game. Seems to be the same for most bosses, but
That's the grab. Well, I tried to dodge, and I dodged too early.
also hello, Cap. How are you doing today?
His attacks, the way that they come out, it's very hard to see when they're gonna hit. So I don't.
Isn't this fucking meaningful and quality fucking content?
Or not. I don't know if you just block or if you can time a block and parry. I'm not sure how it works. There's no tutorial right now. I was holding block right there. Nothing happened. I was holding block right there. So I don't know how the block works. I don't even know if it does work, actually. Maybe it doesn't yet. Because I didn't see any, there's no tutorial for it yet, right? I can't block. I'm trying to dodge. I really am.
Dude, just fucking give. Like, the thing is as well, like, you basically have none of the fucking mechanics that the game actually introduces to you, like blocking, parrying, having a shell that has special abilities, everything like that. But he's so fucking hell-bent on defeating this one fucking enemy. He's like, no, I'm not gonna come back when I learn some of the fucking base mechanics of the game, or I actually unlock them. No. I have to do this right here, right now. And you have to suffer through it. Because fuck you.
I tried to roll, he wouldn't do it at all. Okay. So no blocking, all you can do is dodge and heal. I tried to dodge. I don't know how to dodge all 3 attacks. I'm not sure if you even can. I don't know what you do when he capsizes. I'm not sure. Instant death. I don't know what to do when he capsizes. I guess it doesn't really do much damage when you hit him when he capsizes, so what's the point of the capsizing? I don't think there's a visceral attack. Maybe there is. Do you have to do another heavy attack, maybe? Maybe do heavy attack, then its second heavy attack? It doesn't seem to do much.
Oh yeah, exactly.
The triple slam.
Exactly, there's like...
Everything else sucks. The triple slam is the one that hits me every time, and I haven't effectively.
And I mean, keep in mind that he's just bitching, whining, and complaining all during it.
Wow. Again, it's gonna be strict, just like Elden Ring. You have to dodge exactly right, because the invincibility frames are very short-lived, and he can grab you even if you're rolling. You have to have the invincibility frames out there.
Okay.
I rolled to the right, nothing. He tracks you, so I was rolling to the right, and he turned and still grabbed me. The game is meant to be difficult. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah, the game is meant to be difficult, but...
Wow.
The game also wants you to get your fucking mechanics out of the way.
I tried rolling. The
Oh,
timing
crap.
is strict. The timing is strict on everything. I tried to roll right, he still grabbed me. Tried to roll, God. I was committed to the attack. When I was committed to the attack, I got hit.
Yeah, that's why you need to time your shit.
This is the boss music, so if you don't like this music, you're probably going to be upset by the rest of the game, I guess. I assume there's going to be like hundreds of bosses.
I mean, especially this fucking... I mean, the thing is though, I liked this boss music. The longer that I'm listening to it, especially with Phil, the more that I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Triple slam is so hard to dodge. Triple slam. The triple slam is the worst. It's the fastest move. If you're attacking, you're committed to your attack, and you can't dodge the triple slam. I rolled, oh come on, I rolled right and he didn't roll right. That attack is nothing.
He didn't roll right.
that little attack is nothing. It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah, the tree sentinel took him fucking 2 hours.
I feel like that attack you can't really dodge effectively. They want you to parry it. I don't have a shell yet, so I can't. I don't know where this little enemy showed up from. He literally has never been in the fight before, and he just shows up to interfere with the fight this time. What a jerk. What a little jerk.
Also, apparently my YouTube chat and OBS is really fucking slow.
See? He's like, I'm committed to the attack. I can't do anything. He gets the slam.
I'm so sorry about that.
I swear you can't.
It's YouTube's fault. I did nothing wrong.
You can't roll out of that way. You have to like be doing it early. I can't do it on reaction. The other attacks I can react to, not that one. That one quick slam or triple quick slam, I can't get out of the way. I think they want you to block it. I couldn't move. I tried. It wouldn't move. I couldn't move. That's great. Dude, right here. I literally can't roll out of the way. I was attacking, already committed, can't get out of the way. Wow.
Oh, cry more, Nash.
Tried. Couldn't even roll on the beginning of the fight. I couldn't dodge that. You have to see him.
So I love how here he almost said on fight as if he was playing a fighting game. I tried to do it on fight and it wouldn't come out. I dropped my move. I mean, yeah, true. But it's like, bro, are you for real? You just gonna be like, oh no, on fight. It's not a fighting game. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Doing it early and roll early.
Oh. Oopsie.
You're kidding me. He does the fast attack at the end, and I can't get out of the way. I had him, and he does the fast attack at the end. See, this is fair. He shows up out of nowhere. And by the way, they can't hit each other. He just slammed, and it went through the other enemy. You saw that, right?
And? The tractor crab.
Couldn't move. He locks you in place with that. No, I don't think there's a critical hit spot at all. I don't see the point of downing the enemy when there's no critical hits. It seems kind of pointless. The roll! Are you kidding? What happened?
Bro!
The camera got stuck, so I couldn't roll. I rolled right, and the camera got stuck on the wall, so my character didn't get out of the way, and I instantly died. I couldn't even see it. Gee, thanks. Can't see shit. You're kidding! Oh my god. Oh my god, I had the worst luck.
Oh no.
I seriously have the worst luck. The absolute worst luck. Roll, it doesn't roll on fight. It's just fight, here we go. Slam, immediate slam, no roll. It's very similar to Soulsborne games. You have to roll early.
Oh, I need to contact Snoot about the bot. Since it's not actually tagging people.
Delay. Watch. See? It's release of the button when the roll comes out.
I'll get it fixed later.
I rolled and it delayed.
You didn't roll. You got killed
just
again.
Like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, the fucking
it's just like Elden Ring.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's stupid. I think the game should have tried to do something different than literally just copy what FromSoft does. I don't want my roll to come out when the button releases. Look. No roll. You see this? Because I'm holding it. Now watch if I tap. That's stupid. They copied FromSoft outright. They shouldn't have done that. This is how I play the game.
So I mean, I've never played a Dark Souls game or Elden Ring or just any FromSoft game, so I don't know exactly how it works. But like he constantly keeps saying like, "Oh yeah, I don't need other shows like in Soulsborne games because fucking FromSoft does it the best." And now he's complaining that it's using mechanics that FromSoft games use. And he probably spent like an hour on this. I mean, seeing as the video itself is 20 minutes, so I mean, I want to say 40 minutes to an hour. I don't know exactly because I think I was watching it in the background while I was doing other shit.
Because what ends up happening, here's the truth. Instead of being good at reflexes or timing, you have to be good at memorization. That's all it is. Hits me anyway. What the fuck? Yeah, this is stupid.
I mean, Phil is a really sad man. A very sad man.
I hate it. I hate when you roll that you have to release the button to get the roll to come out. I want a game where you can have good reflexes, and at the last second you can roll or parry. In this game, it's going to be just like FromSoft. Memorization of the pattern and recognition of the pattern and doing everything early. I hate that. Fucking bitch. Immediately on fight.
It's just like Street Fighter 6. It's all pattern play, dude.
See? That's bad gameplay. I rolled, and it committed me to the combo instead. See what I mean? I hate that shit.
Oh yes, when FromSoft and Elden Ring do it, it's fucking amazing, but when this game does the exact same mechanic, it's bad gameplay design.
I roll, fuck you, I roll! Fuck you, I roll. You're full of shit. Stupid. I fucking rolled. I was so far away, still grabs me.
Yeah, the crab has reach. Or the lobster. Whatever.
I mean,
the crustacean.
It played like Souls. I was like, okay, but I didn't know it actually played exactly like Souls with the delay of everything. That's pretty frustrating, actually. From software! Duh! From software!
God, you look so fucking dented, I swear to God.
When he does that quick slam, you literally can't dodge it on reaction. It's too slow. You need to know it's coming and then dodge early. It's stupid because I don't want to play Dark Souls again. If I do that, I'll play the FromSoft game. Like I feel like they really tried too hard to make the controls feel just like Dark Souls. Can't roll. Whenever he does that, you cannot dodge it. It hits you no matter what. It hits me even though I'm dodging. Fuck you. Can't roll. Again.
Schmack, schmack, schmack.
Again, the same shit. They gave him a move that the roll isn't fast enough to dodge unless you guess and broadcast it early. It's so dumb.
Broadcast it what?
Come out when I push the button. Is that so much to ask? That's complete bullshit. I did it. I rolled. Oh my god.
I roll.
Wow, the roll doesn't work. I'm telling you.
It's the same fucking excuse over and over and over as well. Like, bro, okay, we get it. The roll sucks apparently. Then just come back later. It's what most people would do.
There we go. Finally. Kelp Pod and Royal Shell Splitter. Defeated the Royal Shell Splitter. Lowe's Claw.
Congrats,
well,
Phil.
we did it.
You finally fucking did it.
First crazy challenging boss done. Many more to come, I'm sure. We got
Only
it done.
took me an hour. Wait, I'm wasting everyone's fucking time.
Allow me to go over here first. How did I miss? And now I can't see. This is getting frustrating because I'm getting hit for bullshit reasons. Like, I can't see because I fused into the tower instead of me legit getting hit.
Yeah, fucking learn to fucking...
Again, I'm gonna die because I can't fucking see because the camera keeps going inside the tower.
Well, learn to rotate your fucking camera then, you fucking dumbass!
I have no healing because of bullshit hits because I couldn't see anything. Now I gotta find healing because I got robbed. I couldn't see anything. God, another one of these assholes. Chargers. Like, I've played every single FromSoft game with bad cameras. Now I gotta play the game that's trying to be like that.
And the cameraman's fucking stupid. Yeah, that's because you're the fucking cameraman.
Can't see. Are you shitting me again? I couldn't see again. This is getting ridiculous. It was Right. I totally didn't dodge or anything. But you see what I mean? How wonky the game is? The guy swings, I dodge. His body is sliding and moving across the ground. And he's like doing this weird sliding animation when he hits me. It's stupid. It's a wonky game. I understand what they're going for. I don't dislike the game. But man, the game is frustrating because it's just not precise like a Dark Souls game. You know what I mean? It's not at all. It's like very imprecise and jarring and annoying in that regard.
I mean, you are regarded. That's... yeah. Yeah, pretty much how I feel nowadays whenever I watch Phil.
Oh. You're kidding again? He missed the platform. How? I was right at it, and then he just decided to completely fall and not touch the platform. It's very...
Okay, so I wanna watch that again.
How? I was right at it, and then he
oh
just
my
decided
fucking
to
god.
completely fall.
Where the fuck does he fall?
Oh. You're kidding again?
Okay, Phil.
The platform.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's your own fault.
Right at it, and then
definitely your own fault.
Completely fall and not touch the platform. It's very imprecise. It's very odd that they made a game that has to have such heavy platforming, and the platforming is so imprecise.
No, Phil, it's your fat fucking fingers that are imprecise.
Look, it happened again. See that? He passed through it. He totally passed right through it.
He didn't.
Landing on it.
He didn't pass through it though.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I couldn't roll. See what I mean? What the fuck? Why not roll? I rolled and I died. You're shitting me. I rolled. And instead the game says, no, it doesn't count, and it hits you anyway.
It doesn't count.
The roll is terrible. I cannot wait till I get the ability to parry. Because the roll sucks ass. You try to do it, and it fucking gets hit all the time or comes out ultra fucking late.
He's gonna fucking hate this game.
Oh my, yes, that's fair. I could really dodge that, right?
Well, you dodged right into it, you idiot.
So he stabs, I dodge. It's a rapid fire attack, so your dodge is worthless because he still tracks and hits you after the dodge. Oh my god.
Then maybe
it's
dodge backwards?
It's the dodge. The dodge sucks. It's delayed, and then half the time when you dodge, you're stuck.
Dodge away from the boss instead of towards it?
Sweeping attacks that just hit you.
Might be an idea, you know, just saying.
Very frustrating.
No, just me? Okay. Right. Time for the begging overload. Because, oh my god, the begs on the React stream were next fucking level.
Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014. So we're up to $10 in tips. I'll be honest with you guys. I hope that basically there is support on the React stream. The reason I say that, a lot of the times when the React stream doesn't get a lot of support, usually it comes in on the podcast. And again, you know, those channels are primarily funded by the streams, or in the case of the React channel, memberships. If it weren't for the Ultra members and the submission tier members over there,
AKA,
clips,
give me
the channel
money.
wouldn't even be viable, but it is because we have enough members. So I hope that people will support this stream over on the React channel, because we're about to end the podcast in like 10 minutes.
I think it's really starting to feel that 1 minute man is just gone forever.
Good stuff, guys. So far, I hope that you are enjoying the show. Thanks for chilling and thanks for interacting in the chat. I really appreciate that. Please consider supporting the stream today. As I've told you guys, there is really
Please,
no
guys.
to this channel. Most of these videos
I need that support to
like
pay my bills,
super chats during these
pay for my DoorDash,
are key for keeping this channel profitable for me
feed
and
my cat,
keeping the show going. So please consider it. You know, right now we have nothing, literally nothing. So it'd be great to get something. Again, my goal is to try to hit at least a $50 tips goal by the end of the stream. If we can do that, that would be great. Okay? All right, ready? Sounds good? Okay, guys, let's continue. And again, just a quick reminder, please support the channel today if you can. As you can see, yeah, basically not doing so well with support. It would be great to get some support on the channel today, whether it be a tip, a membership, gift a membership, or a super chat. It has to get our first super chat of the day. This channel is only supported by memberships and these streams. That's it. So please consider supporting the channel in some way. Let's continue. I'm here to play games and have fun. I'm not here to be a whore. All right?
You are a
I'm
whore.
here to beg you for money. I'm not going to sit here and beg you for fucking money. I'm not going to stop playing a game and have everything come to a grinding halt to say, oh, gee, thanks.
Oh no.
Jose Cuervo 527 for subscribing.
That was the time when he still fucking said, I'm never gonna be like other people. I'm not gonna keep derailing and stopping my my stream and derail it, you know, just to do shoutouts like everyone else is doing. Meanwhile, now not only does he stop it to basically do shoutouts, but also to beg. Something that other streamers don't.
By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, you have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about, and you're probably incredibly interrupted by me mentioning it. And then we're gonna adjourn. Last chance, guys, to support the stream. I don't know if anyone was here holding out to support. I have no idea. I mean, we literally have no revenue on this stream. We have one membership and $10 of tips that came from the podcast. So basically, this stream has garnered me one membership today. It would be great if you could support in some way. Anything appreciated at this point. Please do if you can. I'll just be right back.
But I'm going to be very upfront and honest with you guys. I need your help.
Okay, guys. Wow. Thank you, Adam, who actually did a super chat today. It's actually a super sticker. At least I got one. What a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Let's get that up on the leaderboard. So
I got a super sticker.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
I'm so happy.
I like doing the show. I think that it's a fun variety thing that we do every week, correct? We have a chance to just sit down and relax and just see random clips from all over the internet, right? And that's cool. Like, I'm happy for that. You guys wanted me to do React content years ago, and finally I started doing it over a year ago, and the whole idea of the show worked, right? But you know, a lot gets lost in time, and I think what we have is a regular audience that comes by and does like this. We definitely have a regular audience of people who are members of this channel. You know, if it weren't for those members, this channel would make pretty much nothing. And I'm really not sure what else to say about that. You know, long term, like this is the first week ever that we've done this show, and basically there's next to no support at all on the stream. I'm like, what the fuck happened? There's been some slow weeks, but never have I seen it this bad. If this pattern continues, then maybe it's time for us to reevaluate. Pattern.
Like, what are you gonna do, Phil?
Pattern.
Just stop reacting?
You suck. You didn't do anything. If you guys
Like,
want to keep doing this or not,
like seriously, what the fuck would you change about the fucking React channel? Like, the only thing that makes you any money because of memberships is DSP versus the internet. So, literally the only thing you could do is just kill the channel. That's it. But none of your other channels are making good money either, so, nah.
I totally like doing this. I do. I enjoy the show. I like the variety.
Do you really believe that?
And I like the fact that every once in a while we have other content for the channel, like the food videos or the Fallout review. I liked the format of the live review that we did for the Fallout show, and I'd like to do that with more content moving forward. But at this point, like, I don't even know what else to say. Like, what can we say? What is the cause of this today? Has anything happened? No. Has the quality of the show changed? No. Right? I don't know. So you guys tell me what happened this week. I have no idea. I just hope that it's not a pattern. I like the show. I like doing the variety. I like the idea of a react today that breaks up my gaming content, and it's not just gaming every stream I do. But I don't really know what else to say about it. Like, you know, I don't want to say anything negative because I like the show. But if it's not what you guys want, then we don't have to do it either. Thing is, I like doing it. So, all right, let's just continue. We got one more part.
Yeah, of course you fucking love doing it because it's your lowest effort fucking content that you create.
There's no money here.
Like, literally all you do is sit there, fucking goat laugh, and fucking describe what's happening on the fucking screen.
For DSP versus the internet for this week, I hope that you all enjoyed. I liked it. Good variety.
And give the worst fucking takes known to man.
For those who are members, I want to say thank you guys for those submissions. I'm enjoying the variety of stuff that we're getting every week. And once again, I just want to remind everyone, this channel stays afloat because of the memberships we get on the channel. So please consider becoming a member today. Ultra members are guaranteed to have their videos watched. Standard members, or excuse me, submissions members are the ones who are in the randomized playlist. I think we watched like 13 videos this week out of the 20 or so that were in there. So we got through a good amount. You have a good chance of being watched if you're a submissions member, all right? So
gotta really hope his fucking membership start dropping off to the point where he can't even finish an entire stream.
By the way, Adam did another
with clips.
Thank you. I actually did receive one tip, a $4 tip from Plargus, who says, I love React Sundays. Do you think possibly lower support streams could have something to do with your success with the algorithm? No. I've already explained. Number one, having one video that gets high views doesn't really amount to anything. You have to find a way to have your channel keep hitting the algorithm to see any kind of...
Okay, so how the fuck with him hitting the algorithm turn into lower contributions? Shouldn't it literally be the other way around? Shouldn't him hitting the algorithm end up with higher contributions instead? Like, what? I'm confused.
Of actual ongoing success. Number two, the video got demonetized because some asshole at YouTube flagged it with their content ID claiming that the music in Fallout 4 is a cover song, which it was not. So I already disputed that, and I'm hoping that within a month it'll get cleared up and I will get some ad revenue on that video. But no, I don't think that has anything to do with it. No, plus, this is a React channel. This has nothing to do with my Fallout 4 gameplay. I just think it's just a slow week. What are you going to do? You get them.
It's a slow week.
There's also been amazingly good weeks.
And then it goes into a slow month.
I guess we'll see.
And then a slow year.
Okay. But what I'm kind of telling you guys now is I need to make a living, and I'm making nothing on the YouTube videos. So what this means is that I need you guys who are avid watchers, who are longtime fans of mine, and who love my YouTube content to please step up and support the effort. How? The primary way you can is to go to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil and pledge today.
Pledge today.
Okay.
Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. Do it right the fuck now. Right. Okay, so let's see where he starts talking. Oh wow, he actually started this stream early for once. Huh.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh god, cold open.
Very interesting show because we've got a lot of game news to talk about. Notably, straight from Evo Japan, we finally have the full news on the Akuma update as well as the balance patch for Street Fighter 6 coming up in May. Plus, today is Fallout 4 returning to my streams. I know many of you have been waiting a long time for it to come back. Well, it's back in the rotation now.
Yeah, so by the way, that whole fucking bullshit of him saying that people need to abandon Twitch because of how because they accidentally banned Evo Japan. So apparently it was a login issue, and he said they were banned for about 4 to 5 hours. They were banned for 40 minutes. But yeah, it was Evo Japan's fault, not Twitch's fault, and it only lasted 40 minutes. So yeah, Phil, once again, you're full of shit.
And I'm very excited to continue with my melee build. So we'll talk about all this and more today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
And skip. Not watching that fucking intro.
Alright, so good morning and welcome to the show. Of course, I'm DSP. Today is Monday the 29th of April 2024, counting down now, end of the month and heading into a new month in just a couple of days. And I'm actually trying out a new background color for the first time ever. I've never used this particular lighting color before.
Oh my fucking god, who cares?
What's funny about it is that it's actually like a lime greenish yellow, but on camera it shows up as white. Does it not? Doesn't it look white? And I'm like, well, hey, it's something different. Never did this one before. Might as well do something a little different for today. And of course, with Fallout 4 back into the
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know that you guys are excited. It's been a
guys, look, I put a slightly different color on in my background.
The status of that playthrough,
Aren't I amazing?
You know, views-wise, engagement-wise, etc. And it is a melee build, and someone gave me some advice on a melee build that I'll probably talk a little bit about today as well. So, good stuff going on, okay? But good amount of game news to cover on today's show, so I'm excited for that. I always like it when we have a good game news segment with a lot to talk about, and today's definitely one of those days.
Oh god, how many companies and how many games is he gonna be able to shit on now?
Well, yesterday was my React day, meaning it's the day of the week that I take away from doing gameplay.
I make barely any money and beg everyone. Yes.
I want to just do a brief update on that because yesterday I had a lot of fun with the React stuff.
Did you?
We had a little bit of a weird performance. I'll tell you what I mean in a sec. So on the first stream yesterday, it was...
Ah yes, weird performance, aka you didn't give me money, fuckers. Step up.
From all over the internet of all different subject matters as submitted by the channel members on that YouTube channel. And it works. Like, that formula works. We have enough supporters via memberships to make the channel viable. Every week we do the show, Sunday afternoon. It ends up being 3 hours of big variety. People seem to enjoy it. I like doing it. So it's a good time. However, there's one catch about that channel, the DSP Reacts channel, that is. It basically can't make any ad revenue because most of the videos that I make on that channel are me reacting to someone else's content.
Yeah, because you're not transformative enough.
Which is kind of ridiculous.
You literally don't transform the fucking content that you're watching.
And I lose all ad revenue on them. So because of that, the videos on the channel,
like,
neither here nor
going
there
nah. 10 times a fucking minute doesn't count as transformative, Phil.
Is the number of members on the channel to make that show viable, because it is the channel members who nominate the clips for the show, and also the revenue that I make during those live streams. Yesterday, for some really bizarre reason, the profit on that stream was terrible, and I don't know what happened because it wasn't an out-of-the-ordinary stream. For example, we had about the same amount of viewers that we usually have. The engagement was actually quite good. People were talking during the clips and having a good time and interacting. So I don't actually know why. And what I like to do is try to get to the bottom of these things. Was it just a one-off week where, I don't know.
Was it just a one-off week, huh?
Or is this going to be a pattern? Typically, on any stream that I try to do, I have...
Please come back 1 minute, man.
We get a few super chats,
please.
And tips, and it was like nothing, like no exaggeration. But end of the show, we had the same amount of tips as we had at the beginning of the show.
Bullshit, because that $4 came in right at the end. You finished the fucking pre-stream with $10, and then by the end of it, you got a pity $4. You lying sack of shit.
nothing. And we did have a couple super chats, and I think one membership, but no exaggeration, it was the worst show for support since I started the show last year in January. So is that a bad sign, or is it just that, again, it was an oddity? And the thing is, I'm not ready to freak out about it or anything like that at all. What I'll just say is this.
Now, if it
you
keeps
like the
happening,
content on that channel, please support it in some way. Sadly, you can't do a super thanks. Jasper, what are you doing? Don't
God,
cheat
you're
on me.
literally fucking begging for
Jasper.
next Sunday already. This has to be a record.
You can't do a super thanks on the videos because the videos get claimed. And when a video gets claimed, you can't do a super thanks on it. But you can become a channel member, and there's 2 levels. There's a submissions tier and the ultra tier, both of which you can submit clips for.
Like, literally pre-begging for next Sunday.
If you don't really care about that,
Wow.
You support the channel, you can just become a standard member, which is the lowest tier. And it still helps the channel out, but you just can't submit clips for the show. In addition to that, you can tip. There's a tips link on every video I put up over there, okay? So please consider supporting in some way on that channel. The stream itself didn't do good, but maybe we can make up for it over the week. I don't know. If we get a bunch of new...
What the fuck? How the... Bro. Like, yes, people are gonna go to your fucking React channel, send you a fucking PayPal tip and be like, hey Phil, this is some money for last Sunday's React stream. I just want to show you that, you know, I like it. Bro, like, what? Why do they have to click the PayPal link from your DSP React channel to support that channel? All of the channels are owned by you. All the money goes to you. So the fuck does it matter? Maybe if you weren't also fucking about money, things would be a lot easier.
members and stuff, then it's not a big deal. But I like that channel, and the thing is, as I've told you guys, originally the idea was different. I was going to do, Jasper, you're really not going to chew that. I've had enough. You're not going to chew that. You understand me? You're not chewing that wire. If you chew it again, you're going to get...
Also, holy shit. I need to slow this down a bit.
You guys, originally the idea was different. I was going to do, Jasper, you're really not going to chew that. I've had enough. You're not going to chew that. You understand?
Indrid, look at this fucking bald spot, though. Before you go, like, look at that fucking bald spot. What the fuck is that? Oh, I need to take a screenshot of that. Fucking Grand Canyon on his head. Yeah, thanks. I'll do my best to have a good stream.
You're not chewing that wire. If you chew it again, you're going to get sprayed. Because that's the wire to my joystick, and that's a $300 joystick. And that's it.
His hair is turning into what he hates. Japan.
I'm going to spray you if you do it. I don't want you to bite that wire. Stop chewing that wire. You understand me? Stop it. You know you're not supposed to. He's doing it again.
He's doing it again.
I want you to stop the behavior. Stop the bad behavior.
Ah, yes, Phil, because your cat can really listen to you.
Okay? Stop it.
It's gonna follow everything that you say. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's relaxing now. No, now he's... Oh, that's it. Stop.
Ah, that's it.
Chewing wires. Jasper, I don't have all day to stare at you chewing wires, so if I have to throw you out, I'm going to. I have a show to do. Okay. So as I was saying, originally the idea of the DSP Reacts channel was that there was supposed to be 3 kinds of content on it. The first kind of content was the weekly clip show like I'm doing. The second kind of content was long-form reacts, where I was going to pick some...
Okay, Jasper, that's it. You're going to bed without dindins tonight.
And I did that to some extent. You know, I reacted to a couple documentaries. I reacted to a couple different YouTubers' channels, but people didn't seem to like them. When I was doing them, people said, oh, they take too much time. You're taking too much away from gaming. We want more gaming. So please stop doing them. So I did. You know, attendance and support had gone away for those, which is why I had stopped doing them entirely. And the third idea was an interview series, but that never panned out because of all the negativity against me last year. So I just canceled that whole idea.
Ah,
No one
yes.
was really interested. Now,
Because it was only last year.
Time passes on.
It was only last year that there was negativity against Phil.
In which case, maybe I will think about doing an interview series again over there. But as of now, you know, it hasn't really been on the table. I've implemented a few other things over there. We tried a series of tier maker videos. Some of them did really well. Some of them did awfully. It's like kind of.
Yeah, Jasper, say goodbye to your fucking toys.
But yeah, like we've done seasonal tier makers about holidays. We did food related tier makers, game related tier makers, and like I said, it's kind of like basically they were hit or miss. Some did really well though. And then I've also implemented food vlogs, meaning sometimes I'll do a feasting with Phil where I
Oh my
food,
fucking god.
my wife makes some food and we try some food together. And that also has various levels of success. Sometimes it's more successful than other times. So there's a lot of things that I've done on that channel.
Yeah, but who the like the fucking first of all, fucking feasting with Phil isn't fucking food vlog, you idiot. Also, you're doing that during normal marathons anyway. Like whether you'd be uploading it to DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts, it doesn't fucking matter. You didn't start doing this simply because you had a React channel. You were doing this every fucking marathon. It's just now you're uploading it on a different fucking channel.
Now, recently I implemented something new. A live review of the Fallout TV series. Did it do well? No. Did it do absolutely poorly? No. It just kind of did. You know, the stream was all right, and the videos did okay for viewership for that channel.
That's like the epitome of fucking Darkside Phil. Is it doing awful? No. Is it doing great? No. It exists and refuses to go the fuck away.
So I would consider doing more live reviews of that style for other things, maybe other TV shows and stuff that I watched this year, or maybe games, maybe prominent games, right? That people would want to see me review. I could do that format where we kind of do a recap and my summary of what I think about the show or game, and then we have an interactive portion where I talk with the audience for like an hour. I think that would be really neat. So I have content that's coming out on that channel. I would recommend if anything I just mentioned sounds interesting.
Imagine recapping an entire game.
/@DSPReacts. Sorry for the shameless promotion at the beginning of the podcast.
An entire game or show in an hour.
I feel like a lot of people are missing out. Like a lot of people just don't know what's over there because I don't talk about it that often.
What? You talk about it every fucking day!
Hopefully, we'll garner some support this week. I love the channel. I like doing variety rather than gaming every day. So I want that channel to continue to be successful. Please check it out. Okay? Okay. Last night was the retro react to The Walking Dead Telltale Game Season 1, and we actually finished up Episode 3 and started Episode 4. I will say this, there was less action, but a lot more drama, and a lot of people were lost. Just to summarize without spoiling, if you're going to watch those videos over the course of the week. Yeah, it was a good stream. Lots of interaction, and good support, especially for a night stream that you're typically slower. The stream did
like, how did they get lost, Phil? Were they going to the bathroom and they lost their way? Yeah.
And I'm excited for more. It looks like 2 more weeks to finish up The Walking Dead, and then we got to figure out what's the next retro react that we want to do.
Just fucking say people died.
So anyway, yesterday overall I had a great day with all the react stuff. I had a lot of fun, but I am hoping that we get some more traction on the Reacts channel and people will go check it out. All right. So basically, the YouTube channel, DSP Reacts, is youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. That's where we have the weekly clip show, the live reviews, food vlogs, and other things as well. The DSP Throwback channel is the channel where we are currently. Let me get rid of an idiot. Sorry. Is the channel where we are currently.
So you need all forms of revenue from all channels. Can you be honest? Like how much do you need? This is why BB Phil and 1 Minute Man are gone. Fucking oof. The dude is still fucking dented for actually spending $5 for that fucking super chat, because he could have spent just $1 and it would have gotten the same. Or he could have used Argentinian pesos, like a smart human would.
We got trolls coming in, distracting me, so I'm just getting rid of them quickly so I can focus on the show again. Okay.
Ah, yes.
And what was I saying? The Throwback channel is where I'm currently, number one, uploading playthroughs for posterity purposes in a remastered form. And it looks like, based on feedback, okay, there's 2 front runners for the next game that'll be on the Throwback channel. It's either going to be LA Noire or Assassin's Creed 2. Those seem to be the 2 games that everyone is very interested in.
Yay.
So I'm going to decide which of the 2 are going to be next.
It's not going to get any views anyway, Phil.
Probably my editors to determine what we do next. Keep in mind, LA Noire is a current playthrough that is not on the internet anywhere. It was lost basically when my old Red Dead DSP YouTube channel was deleted from YouTube.
No one cares.
Hacked and misused by criminals, essentially. And so those Rockstar playthroughs disappeared. So I'm interested to see what I should do next. And, you know, I'll think about it. But it seems like it's kind of almost like a 50-50 split. But LA Noire, I think at some point I have to do this year anyway, being that the whole point of the Throwback project was posterity for the old playthroughs that aren't around, and that's the other big one that's not around.
Okay, just do fucking LA Noire then. Why are we discussing this?
That I did in Red Dead Online in order to make the Suicide King series, the Undead Nightmare playthrough of Red Dead 1. Bunch of vlogs and things are missing. There's unknown playthroughs, for example.
You're gonna upload the fucking vlogs with Panda Re?
That I never uploaded anywhere. There's the infamously missing Dante's Inferno playthrough, right? There's a lot of options of things that I can put on that channel, so I'm thinking about it, and I'll let you.
I've never even heard of this Dante's Inferno playthrough. How the fuck is it infamous? Huh?
You know, but it's looking like right now either LA Noire or Assassin's Creed 2 is next, and I'll go from there. Okay? Cool. All right. So today we're back into full form in gaming, and it is time to return to Fallout 4, which I'm very excited for. As you know, I've now done 2 sessions of Fallout 4, a melee build and a melee build, and I like to. But in addition to that, you know, it's been fun to just return to this game, and I don't remember a lot of it, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that I remember. It kind of feels like a first-time playthrough again, and installed, which is really, really cool. So we'll see how this goes. So far, you want to wonder, well, how is the Fallout playthrough doing? Part 1 is currently up to 30,000 views and still climbing.
Oh my god, 30,000 views.
That playthrough part 1 is not going to continue to keep getting tons of views. In fact, they've trailed off a lot. Each day now, I'm getting a few hundred. It probably will get a few more, but I'm not thinking that part 1 is going to do significantly better than it has done right now. In fact, as of literally right now, part 1 has 30,000 views and climbing. It hit 30,000 this morning.
Wow.
30,100.
What about the other parts, Phil? How are the other parts doing?
Because of that, have gotten more views than my typical videos.
Okay.
Part
How
2
much?
3.6 thousand.
Oh my god.
And then part 3 from the other day, 1.7 thousand. It's like, whoa, 1,700 views on just a playthrough part. Yeah, I usually don't even get that, and I'm getting it on this playthrough. And in fact, this playthrough is getting great engagement as well when it comes to likes and comments and this stuff. So I'm happy for that. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this playthrough on demand a lot.
And the other ones are probably
overwhelmingly positive and full of
on what?
Like that, but they're decent streams.
500? 300?
About them. They've been doing all right. So I like the game. I'm going to continue with this melee build. We're going to see how it goes. I really don't have anything going on until late May anyway. So we have several weeks to play this a few times a week and see how far we get and go from there. All right, so I'm excited. I can't wait to actually jump in and play more today. As you can see, we got the theme going. I have a cool border for my webcam for this playthrough that's Fallout-centric and everything. And this will be cool. All right, now, by the way, it's recommended to me that there is a mod for Fallout 4 that was released many years ago that's basically like a cumulative mod that adds a bunch of bug fixes. And they now have made it compatible with this next-gen version of Fallout 4. So
oh my god.
Finding and installing it today.
Oh god, no.
And I hope that it works.
We're gonna have to do fucking tech support streams again today.
Bugginess that we might see in the playthrough. I would love to have a more smooth playthrough. I remember when I played this 9 years ago, you know, tons of bugs, like typical Bethesda game, right? Tons of bugs and issues. So hopefully this would solve that.
Hopefully this will solve it. Yes, Phil. Usually when
tonight on the late stream, Elden Ring,
bug fix patches come out, they fix bugs.
The hardest part of the game. It begins tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific. Elden Ring
Skip.
second run since I brought it back this month.
Skip.
Because just the other night, I took the Helldivers 2 streams, which had always done well as day streams, and I put them on the night stream, and it did really poorly. It really did. Like, engagement was low, support was low. I was like,
Oh
man,
no.
that sucks because it always did good as a day stream. I hope that doesn't happen with Elden Ring, because the thing is, I need to have night streams. You know, I can't be here at exactly the same time playing 4 games on the same day.
I need to have my night streams, guys. Please support them.
So, I hope if you can make it, you'll
I mean, with some luck, even your day streams will stop getting support.
Part of the game, the Hay-League tree. Okay? Tomorrow will be the return of another Crab's Treasure. The Souls-like game kind of combined, but has a lot of... We just unlocked. And yes, my final cat will play in the game, and then things into rank. No one should try to do the next 2 to 3 weeks, about in a minute in the new 4 playthrough. We could either do more Helldivers 2 or more L week, while the other game question is, what is it? What do you want for the foreseeable future?
Oh my god, shut the fuck up about your fucking schedule.
Until 3 weeks to focus in on all these awesome games, okay? I'm just trying to think if there's any more odds and ends in the back of my head that I'm forgetting. The only other thing that we should talk about, I would like to do a special marathon at the end of May.
Yeah, it's got just do the Indies marathon, just set it up.
Right now, I am strongly leaning towards an Indies marathon. I have not done an indie style marathon in years.
Indie style marathon.
Play for like a week, and then maybe the end of the other ideas. Originally, it was going to be a fighting game event, but we shall talk about that. Okay? Cool. All right.
Cool.
Well,
I'm gonna pester you guys with it every single fucking day for the rest of this month and next month.
Get into what will be the meat of today's podcast, undoubtedly. By the way, thank you to those who are doing contributions. As you know, I shout them out near the end of the show. I thank you very much for those. Jordan, Shelrukin, thank you guys. I will answer your questions and everything a little bit later on after we get through the news. Okay? Thank you all.
Let's get right into the news.
It is definitely my favorite segment, and I keep hearing more and more that it just may be your favorite segment of the Level 1 podcast. It is time for DSP News.
It's literally no one's favorite segment except for yours, Phil, because you get to shit on people.
Let's do it. So we have a few news stories to talk about today. News story number 1. Remedy. Who knows Remedy? I know Remedy. They're a game developer.
Yes.
They recently just
Alan
made
Wake.
Alan Wake 2, but they're also known for the original Max Payne 1 and 2 games, as well as Control and other games as well. Well, they have released their plans of what the games they currently have in development and are working on, and it sounds pretty good. First of all, the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake is expected to move into full production in the second quarter of 2024, meaning they were doing pre-production work, but haven't really fully worked on it yet. For those who don't remember, Max Payne 1 and 2 will now be combined into one super game that will have
one super game even.
Improved gameplay. Basically, it's going to be a really cool re-release of the game to celebrate the history of Max Payne. Sounds like a great project. So I'm excited for that, and hopefully we will get more information on that soon. A game that they are making called Codenamed Condor, which is a part of the Control franchise, is already now in full production. We don't even know what this game is, but it has something to do with Control, but we don't know what. They're also making Control 2, and that game is advancing to the production readiness stage, meaning pre-production.
You fucking hated Control though, so why does this matter to you? I'm pretty sure he actually fucking rage quit Control. Or maybe he did finish it, I don't fucking know.
Quarter 2. So they have a spin-off Control game that's in production and will probably be their next game, then probably the Max Payne collection redone, and then a new Control game, Control 2. That's kind of the order of games that are coming out from them. There's another game that they're working on called Kestrel.
Another one?
But no one knows what it is. Basically, that's all we know. It's called Kestrel, and it's in like the development phase, and that's it. So this studio literally went from making only one game at a time to now making 4 games at a time, based just on the success of Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, I doubt that, Phil.
I mean, listen, I loved Alan Wake 2.
I doubt that, since if most of them are near ready for production or are in full fucking production already, they've been working on those for years. So before Alan Wake even came out. So what the fuck are you on about?
It was my game of the year. I liked Control. I just thought that sadly the combat was kind of wonky, but overall I like the atmosphere and the plot of Control. To see more games from the studio is a good thing. I'd like to see more games from the studio, so I'm excited for the future. All right, our next news story for today. There is a new Game of Thrones video game currently in production from a company called Nexon. Now, I have no idea who Nexon is. That doesn't ring a bell to me. However, listen to this.
How the fuck do you not know Nexon?
It's an MMORPG. Okay, number one, you're like, whoa, an MMORPG of Game of Thrones. Okay.
Makes sense.
It's set in the North. Okay. And the story campaign is online based, but it has a story campaign, but also is an MMO at the same time. Does it ring a bell? Yes. There's actually quite a few MMO games recently that have been of that formula. Here's the thing. Could this work? Yes. Absolutely it could. I think that it could be.
Wait, doesn't every MMO basically have like a fucking story mode? Where you go to a fucking story? Well, whatever.
It could be a good game. Especially because it's not going to adhere to the strict plot of the TV show, right? If they're doing one set in the North or whatever, basically it could be something a little different. It could be maybe its own story or whatever. But for me, there's a couple things that make me a little skeptical. All right, number one, they said it's set in the North. I mean, that's fine, but why just the North? Everyone knows that Game of Thrones is a world that spans a ton of different areas, climates, environments, families ruling, right? To have it set exclusively in the North kind of limits it, in my opinion. Maybe
I mean, they
that's
might
intentional,
expand
maybe it's
upon
not.
it.
I'm not sure what the capabilities are of this game dev. Oh, okay. Ansu Kumaro says Nexon made games like Maple Story and Vindictus. Okay, I've never played either of those. That's probably why I don't know anything about them.
Yeah,
He says
Maple
Vindictus
Story
because
is a...
people hate their business side. Oh, really?
People loved Maple Story. I mean, I love Vindictus. Heck, I can't wait until the
So
next
number
game comes
one,
out.
if this MMO is exclusively in the North, yeah, I'm skeptical. Number two, and this is probably the biggest thing, can we really be honest about this? Game of Thrones lost its hype.
There we fucking go, back to shitting on Game of Thrones.
I was going to a gaming convention, and I was at the airport, all right? And I needed something to do waiting for my flight, and I walked into the bookstore at the airport, and they had Game of Thrones, the book, and I was like, oh, what is this? A Song of... what's the name of the first one? Is it A Song of Ice and Fire or whatever? So I just
Game of Thrones,
the
the book?
I didn't even know what it was. I was like, oh, I'll read this on the plane. And by the way, yes, I paid for it. I didn't just grab it and run. I paid for the book. I said, I'll read this on the plane. And I started reading it on the plane. I was like, wow, this is pretty darn good, right? This is a pretty great book. And I read several of the books, and I got bored like 3-4 books into it. Whichever was it Feast for Crows or Dance of Dragons or I don't know. Who knows?
Did he just say Feast for Crows? It's Feast for Crows, you fucking mushmouth.
So it was one of those. And I was reading it, and I just got so bored. And I was like, you can tell what happened. George R.R. Martin essentially had a great idea. And he had an idea where he wanted to go with it, but as he wrote the books further, he made his world too convoluted. It's like he started off, he wanted it to be one thing, but then all of a sudden he wanted to turn it into like Lord of the Rings with this epic amount of characters and everything. And the books just kind of lost their way. And then come to find out, he never finished it. He still hasn't, to this day, he has not continued the story. It's just been sitting there unfinished for like a decade. So he dropped it, and then they made a TV show of it, and the TV show blew up and got so popular, they finished the TV show without him. They just wrote it themselves, these TV show makers, right? So,
yeah, and they were fucking bad at it.
It's been 5 years since Game of Thrones ended, and no one liked the ending. Everyone hated the end of this show, apparently. I don't know, because I actually didn't even see it. I didn't see I only saw like 3 or 4 seasons of the show, and then I stopped watching. So, if you have a TV show, at one point the series was white hot. Everyone loved it. It was pop culture infused. Everyone talking about it, right? Great. Let's make a game. No, that was years ago. Now they're gonna make an MMO. Now, it's like you've lost the hype. This would be the equivalent of they decided now they're gonna make an MMO of The Walking Dead. What?
It would still fucking perform well, probably, Phil.
The height of its popularity was a decade ago. Why are we doing these games so late? These IPs are stale, right? So I'm not
House of the
convinced
Dragon is performing
that Game of
amazingly.
Thrones, the MMO, is going to do well. Does it have a show on right now? Yeah, Dance with Dragons or whatever it's called, or what is it called? Not Dance with Dragons. House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's House of the Dragon. And apparently the show is doing fine, but still, this, an MMO set in the north. I don't know. So maybe I'm off base here. I don't know.
You're always off base. You're literally always off base.
You can say the same thing about Harry Potter, but they just did a Harry Potter game last year, Hogwarts Legacy, and it was the best-selling game of the year. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're correct. Maybe I'm off base here, but
Yeah, I didn't even fucking think of that. He fucking loved the fucking Harry Potter game. And he doesn't even really like Harry Potter. Like, and Harry Potter hasn't that new shit come out fucking longer than goddamn Game of Thrones. Bro.
So that's just some of my initial observations, okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our next viral hit game may have been found because there's a new game that just came out. It's called Manor Lords. It has hit 1 million copies sold on Steam and hit a peak of over 170,000 players yesterday. And you might say, "What is Manor
50,000.
Lords?" Fuck if I know. So I looked into it. Apparently, it's something to do with like a sim of like running a building or a manor or something. I'm like, this is so similar to.
Huh? Manor Lords? It's about running your own manor as a sim? I never would have fucking expected that, Phil. And I love how he sounds so confused about it. It's like running your own manor? Huh?
To Pal World, it's similar to Helldivers 2. It's like, did you ever hear those games until they came out and were popular? No. So it's like, what is this game? It's come out of nowhere. No one knew what this was. No one heard of it. But apparently it's the next viral hit that everyone is playing and talking about. People in chat are telling me it is a city builder game. Okay. A medieval city builder game. Gotcha. That's why it's Manor Lord. Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
What's so special about it that it stands out and that everyone is buying and playing it on PC? Obviously, it's not on console, so a lot of people would not have access to this game. But if it's good, I would consider, after playing Pal World and enjoying it for what it was, right? It was free. It was on Game Pass. I played it and I enjoyed it. I mean, we didn't have to play it for long, but it was a cool thing to check out, right? And then I played Helldivers 2, and I've been impressed in the month that I've been playing it. I think that maybe I should jump more into some of these games. It's free on Game Pass. Are you serious? Really?
Really? You feel like you should, Phil?
Hold on a second here.
Especially because you keep bitching about fucking
I didn't even know that it was on Game Pass.
AAA games.
Let's take a look. Is it on Game Pass on console?
So maybe you should actually look into fucking indie games.
Maybe it would be worth checking out. Here, let's search here. No. It's not on console. Yeah, it's the closest thing is Botany Manor.
No, you're wrong.
Manor. We could do that. Okay, that's definitely not it. All right, so it's definitely not on console. People are saying it is on PC Game Pass right now.
Well, you could play on your mini PC, Phil.
If it's a new game, probably my mini PC would not play it, right? Maybe it would.
Then why the fuck did you get it? Literally, why the fuck did you get the mini PC then?
I'm being told because it is a city builder and city sim game, it would be absolutely horrible to try to play on console. It really is like a keyboard and mouse style game. So
keyboard and mouse style game.
Jasper, have you played Manor Lords? Anything about it? Jasper Kitty. Jasper, we're talking about Manor Lords. This is very rude of you to interrupt at this point. How dare you?
You're so fucking funny.
Today. How dare you, sir? Who do you think you are to just storm and barge in like this? I have several hundred people watching me right now, and your tail is in my face. Oh. How could you? How dare you, sir? How could you? Anyway.
You're not funny, Phil.
If you guys are interested in seeing me try out this Manor Lords game, I would not be against trying it on my mini PC. if it is a Game Pass game and I have Game Pass Ultimate, I just got to get it, I guess, synced with Steam or whatever. I don't know how it works, but I guess I could get it synced and
What?
claw on my leg and try to get it working. I would not be opposed to that. I just don't know.
Synced with Steam? You do realize that Game Pass and Steam are two different fucking platforms, right? Holy shit, this man can't be this fucking dumb, can he?
Know if it would be anything that would be interesting to you guys. So let me know what you think. Hey, maybe next week we would give it a shot. Manor Lords. I mean, it's selling like hotcakes apparently. You know, since the last couple games that we tried like this seemed to at least work for a bit and be a little bit interesting, I'd be willing to check it out. All right, so Manor Lords, let me know what you think. Maybe we'll check it out next week. Right, Jasper? Right, buddy?
Please don't.
He wants a rub.
Don't need you shitting on PC games more.
All the attention, of course. Do I like city builders? You know, I don't think I've ever put significant time into one. I used to like games like Age of Empires and stuff like that, but I mean that's different. That's a different style of game. Now, I don't know if I would like it or not. Maybe I would have to try it, give it a shot.
Well, I've seen you play fucking StarCraft, and oh boy.
It's very cute. You like your collar with the bow. Yes, he has a bow on his collar there. But what's funny is he keeps moving it. Like, it's been all around the collar, and he keeps moving it around. We just let him do whatever he wants with it. Careful, careful now. Don't slip, and don't claw me, please. I'm wearing shorts today. I don't need a big gash on my leg, okay? Have I ever played a tycoon-type game? No, not really. I have not. I have played Age of Empires.
Age of Empires?
No.
He's played Age of Empires. Ah, yes.
Look at this cat. You see how cute he is? He's purring right now? He's a nut. Look at him. All right. So, Manor Lords, let me know what you think. Yes, I would be interested in trying it out if we could get it to work on the mini PC. It seems like that's the only way it would be viable right now. Okay? Okay. Our next news story. Now, this is a big alert. Okay? Oh, really? Lady Charisma says PC Game Pass games are an Xbox PC app. You can't play them via Steam. Well, that's fine. I guess I could install the PC app, the Xbox PC app, and play them through there. As long as it runs on the PC, I guess. You know,
Yeah, of course.
It would.
What? Why wouldn't it?
Our next, now this is a alert. This is a danger security alert.
Oh god.
This next news story, I need you to all listen up. It's if you're doing something else, all right. If you are currently in the middle.
Jesus fucking Christ! Just get to the fucking point.
Stop right now. Put it down. You have to pay attention to this story. It's very important for safety reasons. If you are eating something, so you have a sandwich, you're about to take a bite. Spit it out. Spit out the bite.
Oh my god.
Put the sandwich down.
Get on with it.
You gotta pay attention. If you're taking a shit right now, I need you to pinch it off, white, and get ready.
Yay, Scott jokes.
Full attention. It's a full security alert. Okay, you ready? All right, here's the story. Everyone needs to hear this.
Yeah, the question was, have you played a tycoon type game? And it was like, no. But I played Age of Empires, which isn't a tycoon style game, obviously.
There's been a major recall that everyone needs to know about because you are all at danger. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh my god.
the Mario Kart Ride-On Racer has been recalled for stuck.
Well, I mean, he did say that it wasn't a tycoon game, but City Builder.
It gets stuck in the accelerator pedal of your Mario Kart Ride-On Racer, and you could actually not be able to stop. Children worldwide have been careening into walls face first and cannot stop their forward momentum. 65 children have been injured, and therefore they are recalling the Mario Kart Ride-On Racer. This is very important that you hear this. Now, you may ask, what is the maximum speed of the Ride-On Racer? Well, it's 8 miles per hour, okay? So the only injury reported so far has been a chafed hand, all right? But let me tell you something.
Bro. What the fuck is this smug little fucking thing? Yes, it only goes 8 miles an hour. But if it can't be stopped and it's something for fucking children, obviously it's unsafe and it needs to be recalled. Are you retarded? Like, what if one of those fucking kids is using it, fucking drives out in the street with it because he can't fucking stop, gets hit by a fucking car? Oh, well, you know, so far it's only caused a shaved head. Nah, 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 nah. Oh my god, I want to punch you so bad right now.
I've chafed my hand before. That sucker hurts. All right?
Oh my... Nope.
It's not anything to be joking about. All right? You need to avoid a serious chafed hand injury. So take your racer and put it in the garage and lock the doors. Don't let anyone ride on your Mario Kart ride on racer. It's very important that you keep it out of the hands of anyone right now. Okay?
Yeah, he's laughing now until a child actually gets fucking killed because of it.
I'm making a joke of this. All right? But isn't it funny? Because isn't this exactly what's happening with the Cybertruck? That they have to recall certain Cybertrucks saying that the accelerator gets stuck or something like that. So, I mean, I jest because it's a video game related item, but I mean, it's kind of ironic that something real is happening in that same regard, right?
What?
Okay, anyway. All right, our
But-
major news story today is regarding...
But both of them are real. Just one is a toy and one is an actual fucking car. They're both fucking real. What?
Street Fighter 6. Someone had asked, Dark Viking says, did you hear the news about Escape from Tarkov? Yeah, there is no news. Just like how I didn't report on it the other day because I knew it wasn't pertinent. Yeah, it's totally not pertinent. People who played Escape from Tarkov, which is a niche audience. Yes, it's a big audience, but it's just a niche audience for that group. Outside of that group, no one really cares. But the people who play Escape from Tarkov were upset because I guess some DLC was announced that was going to be insanely expensive, even though they were promised that would never happen. And so they all revolted, and now the game developer said, oh, I'm sorry, and he's going to give it all away for free. Okay, that's the Escape from Tarkov news. Wow, wasn't that exciting and pertinent to talk?
God, you're such a fucking cunt. The reason why this is fucking pertinent is because, one, it's still being sold, Phil. It's still being sold, but it's also said that it's not DLC. They specifically said they would never release a DLC, and then they released a $250 DLC. And people are rightfully upset about that, especially because it was adding pay-to-win items into the game. I think it was only for the PvE mode, but doesn't fucking matter. If they get away with this, if this is left unchecked, it sets a precedent for other game companies to pull the exact same shit. It matters for gaming as a whole. You absolute smug little cunt.
Talk about? No. Has nothing to do with me or my audience. Okay, let's continue. The big news came out of Evo Japan yesterday. All right? Finally, it is time to talk about Street Fighter 6's biggest update ever. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on May 22nd,
By the way, of course, fighting game audience isn't a niche audience. You know, everyone cares about fighting games, and especially Street Fighter 6. So that's why we need to talk about it. Duh.
they're dropping... Okay, not really. They're dropping the final DLC character for Street Fighter 6, Akuma, or Goki. If you live in Japan, his name is Goki. All right, so get it right. You can't call him that in the United States. You got to call him Akuma or Akuma Baby. But in Japan, it's Goki. Okay? And he's coming out. And in addition to that, here's the other big piece of news. And I'm honestly more excited for this. The big game balance changes are happening on the same day. So the day that Akuma releases, the whole game changes. Everyone will play differently and have different changes.
Oh my god.
Right? And it's funny because it's about a year since the game came out. It was actually the first week of June last year that Street Fighter 6 came out. And May 22nd is when this balance change is happening. So it's about a 1-year season. And now we can all say with the release of Akuma, We are essentially entering season 2 of Street Fighter 6. Now, you might say, what is all these change, or what are all these changes? Excuse me. You wouldn't say what is. You say, what are all these changes coming up? What are the balance changes? Who's going to get better? Who's going to get worse? Did they tweak the net code? What's going on? And the answer is nobody knows, because Capcom made this announcement in Evo Japan and literally says details coming later.
Yeah.
So all we know is that
No
in a
shit.
little over 3 weeks, the entire game will be rebalanced and retooled, and it'll be like starting fresh. Everyone will kind of be on square one again, trying to learn the game and its changes and things like that, which is a good thing. It'll refresh the game in the community. It'll make it feel like there's a reason to play again that's pertinent rather than just grinding through again. So obviously I'm actually excited for that. Yes, I am hoping that they're going to take some of the mid and low tier characters that I love and make them significantly better. I really hope they do that.
God, I hope they don't.
I guess we'll see. But this is going to be neat.
I hope they nerf. I hope they nerf Blanca into the fucking floor.
And basically, I don't really understand it because all I did was I watched the trailer. I didn't go to a breakdown. I guess people have already broken down this fucking thing all over the internet, explaining each one of his special moves and everything. So, does he look like Akuma from the games I know? Absolutely not. Basically, you got to remember something. I did not play Street Fighter V. And in Street Fighter V, they changed.
Yes, you did play Street Fighter V.
Absolutely plays like his Street Fighter V counterpart, which I don't know. So I don't know how he's really going to play in this one. I'm used to Street Fighter 4 Akuma, which is very, very different from what I can see. So basically, he has a whole bunch of new flip moves and air fireball setups, and it looks like he has a lot of different supers. And I don't know if he has more supers than anyone else. Like, everyone has a level 1, level 2, and level 3 super, and then a critical art super, which is basically the level 3 super when they're low on health. Apparently, Akuma will have more than that. Like, he won't just have one of each type of super. He may have multiple. For example, the Raging Demon, Shun Gokusatsu, right? The finisher move that he's infamous for ever since his first appearance in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, is in the game, but it's situational. It is a special critical art that can only be done when he's low on health and has level 3 supercharge. So you can't just do it whenever you want. You can only do it in a desperation situation. Okay? Which is kind of interesting.
Again, who cares?
How effective will it be? Don't know. Another thing that people seem to be talking about is he seems to have a command throw out of teleport. He used to have a command throw off of his flip. He would flip, and he had variations he could do where he could either do a palm strike or a dive kick or an air grab or sometimes even an air fireball. Well, now it looks like he has a teleport that cancels into a throw, which is kind of neat. And that's cool. I like that. I like that he has these new variations. But he has other moves that I'm not familiar with. It looks like there's like combo moves and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I would have to definitely check the character out and dive into him to try to figure him out and see if he's my style or not. But you know what's going to happen. Akuma, infamously, has always been the most popular character in Street Fighter history. I don't know why. I think that it's just the idea that he was a secret character that became so popular that then they just made him a major regular character in every Street Fighter game since. Like, think about it. He's been in every Street Fighter game since. Without exception, he's in all of them.
Okay. Again, who cares?
So, I guess we'll see. His design is interesting. It's like a hybrid of a couple different versions of him. We'll see what happens when he comes out and we actually get our...
So if it's a hybrid between a couple of different versions of him, isn't it then just actually fucking Akuma? But you were saying like, oh, it doesn't really look like Akuma. God, you pissed me off so much.
Hands on it, okay? But, so, not only does he come out on May 22nd, but also the balance patch. Now, here's the thing. May 21st is the release of Hellblade 2 and the System Shock remake. So I was very interested in checking both of those out, but now I gotta wonder if I take on those two new games at that point, am I gonna have time to focus on this update for Street Fighter 6? And then keep in mind, on May 23rd, the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake comes out. And then a week after, Multiversus comes out, fully. So...
Is he gonna
put this into my schedule now? Street Fighter 6, Akuma, and balance update. May 26th. Oh no, May 26th.
Is he gonna skip Hellblade 2? Also, holy fuck his face. Is he gonna skip Hellblade 2 to do fucking Mario and the Thousand Year Door? And Street Fighter. I mean, hopefully, because I actually want to play that game and I don't want to get spoiled on it by Darkside fucking Fell of all people, but what the fuck?
Excuse me, it's May 22nd. Since all this is going on at once, you would think that perhaps I should put more time into Street Fighter. It'd be more important for me to maybe go and play with all 5 of my characters who I've used a lot and try to see if they've improved or how they've changed. And then maybe even try a new character or two. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be playing with Akuma a bit and try to figure it out. and go from there. So, yeah, May 22nd, get hyped for Street Fighter again. Street Fighter will come back in a very prominent way as everyone will be playing it. Everyone will be talking about it. Everyone will be using Akuma and the balances changes. We'll see. And go from there, okay? So that's cool. May 22nd.
Yeah, I
right?
fucking doubt that for some fucking reason. But I mean, that might just be
Cool.
me.
And of course, if and when there's more information about the balance patch, I will let you know. Obviously, this is a huge thing. Like I said, I really, I would love to play with Lily at a Honda. Okay. All right, so
Skipping the fucking Street Fighter 6 talk because it's boring as balls.
that is my big gaming news segment for today. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Think fuck, that's over
It's
with.
Mario Kart Racers in your garage.
Oh my god, shut up!
Down the street with it, I'm gonna be very upset with you as you go careening into a wall because you can't stop. Okay.
Yes, Layla, I know you're upset as well.
Let's start with shoutouts, shall we? Let's do it. Let's start on the YouTube side of things. This morning, we start off with Jordan, who did a $2 super chat and said, "Morning, Phil," and then he immediately dropped a 5-member bomb on the community.
A 5-member bomb!
For supporting the community this morning. Congrats to Fox Mulder, Mr. iGamer, Cosmos, Nate Drake, and Brian Burkett, who each received a gifted membership this morning. Much appreciated. Thank you, Jordan, for that. Then, Jordan did another super chat and said LA Noir. So it seems like Jordan's vote would be for LA Noir.
Oh, really, Phil?
DSP Throwback, and it seemed like that was a
I never would have guessed that.
This morning, a lot of people were repeating that sentiment, saying LA Noir, LA Noir. I'd be down for that. There is one warning about LA Noir. Remember how all that old-timey music plays on the car radio when you drive around? Yeah, YouTube blocks all of that. YouTube does not like old-timey music for any
Okay,
reason.
then how is this a...
Either content ID claim, mute, or block it. Content ID claim is one thing. If I don't make ad revenue on a video or two, big deal. But if they mute or block it, I might as well not release the videos, right? So I'm going to attempt to have my editors, if we do LA Noir,
Okay, this literally does not affect your audience, though. This affects your fucking editors.
I'd much rather have you guys see the original playthrough, you know, than have to cut parts out. Imagine if I'm driving around in a car, we have to cut it out because YouTube won't let that part play because of the music. That would suck ass. You know, I don't want to do that. So if that is the case, and that's what we work on next, I'll have to see how it goes and how my editors can work their magic. Okay? Okay.
Get to it, Dents.
Shoryuken here this morning just did a super chat half an hour ago and said, "Did you see Akuma's Street Fighter 6 trailer? Hope all is well." Akuma, baby. Actually, it's Akuma, baby, because the guy who did that didn't know how to pronounce his name. You don't know what that's a reference to? No exaggeration. That's a reference to my super early days as a YouTuber, where I used to listen to Xbox Live messages. People would send me on my Xbox 360 unsolicited. They would just send them, and someone sent me a completely random audio clip. Akuma, baby.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. So I don't think that'll ever go away. I think that meme will persist in my entire existence on YouTube.
Why?
Thank you very much, Shoryuken, for the super chat. Brendan did a super chat this morning. Says, "Hey, Phil, I cannot stay long." He's probably not even here because this was 27 minutes ago. I just want to say have a great time in the Wasteland. I'm excited to catch up on your Walking Dead playthrough as well. DSP Throwback rocks. Awesome. Yes, so that Retro React stream over on DSP Throwback.
It's awesome, guys.
Part 1 of last night is live, and there's 4 more parts coming over the course of the week. Basically, it's going to finish up episode 3 and then get into episode 4 of Walking Dead season 1. So it's all coming. All right, good stuff, and thank you so much. Jordan with another super chat says, "If you do Indies Week, please do Stardew Valley 1.6. Maybe. If people were to nominate Stardew Valley again, I absolutely would be interested in that, for sure. And again, one thing that I want to emphasize, if we do an Indies Marathon, yes, I can play PC games. For the first time in 100 years, yes, I can play indie games on PC because I have a mini PC. Like, most of this marathon may be on the PC, which would be really cool, actually. So let's see how it goes.
Oh,
Okay?
yippee, we can play it on
Cool.
PC. Ooh.
Now,
I'm so
before I
excited,
get to shouting
Phil.
out tips, I do have a little thing I want to read. Someone had sent me a $2 tip on last night's late stream, but it totally didn't apply to that stream, and I said I would save it for this morning. So let me read out what this person said in this anonymous $2 tip. I won't be watching you live this week, but I want to give you some tips regarding your Fallout 4 melee build from someone who has just finished 2 of my views early on. Mirelurks, as well as get a sledgehammer. Get addicted to chems, melee run. With the melee run, you will... So there you go. Thank you for the advice.
Skipping all of that.
You know, I'm very early on right now, so I haven't really had many options when it comes to melee weapons. I think I found the machete, which is what I'm using, and the switchblade. And that's pretty much been it, right? I haven't had opportunity to find any other weapons. I hope I find weapons. So we'll see. But yeah, like I'm down for that. If it's a blunt weapon is better, then I'll look out for that. And I agree with you. It looks like chems will probably be very strong, but you're right. I can't get addicted, so maybe look into that perk. In fact, I will look in my perks tree to see what perks are there, and because I think we have a level I haven't applied yet, right? I think I have a whole level that I didn't do yet.
Oh my god.
So maybe we can do that today.
We can apply more levels.
Suggestion or those suggestions. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. I received a $1 tip.
$1 we do. For now.
So someone is recommending that when it comes to the React show, perhaps have themed weeks. Okay? Listen, here's the thing. Everyone always has common complaints about the React show. You don't watch the entirety of every clip. Correct. It's a clip show. And I've emphasized this. It's a weekly clips show. This is not a weekly long-form React show where you submit a 25-minute documentary for me to watch and react to the whole thing.
Okay.
That's not the point of the show. It never was.
Okay, then just basically put a maximum duration of the fucking video. Make sure that people post stuff under that, and then watch the full fucking video. Even if you're not interested in it, your viewers might be. But you fucking skipping and trying to pick shit apart, and most of the time missing the complete fucking context. You know what? Basically, what you fucking accuse your detractors of doing to you. You do with those fucking React clips, and then you spout out the biggest fucking nonsense I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Just because people seem to want to push it in that direction doesn't mean that's what the show is and the full format's going to change. If I were to watch the entirety of every single clip, we would probably get through 10 videos a week, if that, and how many people would be disappointed who are members who get nothing watched, right? Also, if I committed to watching the entirety of every video, we'd be bored because a lot of videos are boring. I just don't like them and the audience don't like them. So, here's the thing. With a show like this, it's hit or miss because it's a variety show. Some things will stick, some things will not. That's the point of the show. You never know what you're going to see, right? So...
And that's why most content creators don't charge their fucking audience to do reacts. So then, without upsetting the audience, they can just go, I'm sorry, this isn't interesting to me. Or, I'm sorry, this doesn't feel prevalent, or whatever, and they can stop it, and no one has a right to complain, because they didn't fucking pay for it anyway. Also, cat, please stop biting me. Thank you. So, yeah... But no, of course, because everything with Phil has to be about money, and everything has to be fucking monetized. He had to charge his fucking viewers just to watch some fucking clips.
If you like that idea, please come to those streams and support them and become a channel member. If you don't, let me know what else you would like to see. But saying, hey, change the focus of the whole show, where you watch the entirety of every clip, and you have themed weeks where every clip has to be of a certain subject matter. That would never work. That's not the point of a variety show. And this was always meant to be a variety show from its inception. And that's why we have people who are members every week who support it. If I were to change the format of the show, I would lose all the members that make the channel viable. I can't change the show.
Keep in mind, by the way, that he bitches on Halloween and Christmas and shit if he doesn't get enough fucking content relating to Halloween or Christmas or whatever fucking holiday is going on. But if you submit anything for Halloween or Christmas 1 week after it, it's like, that time is past, fuck you.
All right? I don't know why suggestions like this come in. It's like, well, I don't like what you're doing, so just change it all. Because personally, I just don't like it. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Sorry. I'm not. If you have suggestions for improvement, or maybe you want me to start a new show, that's one thing. But don't say, well, you didn't get support yesterday, so just change the entire format of the show and lose all the other support that you actually have via members too. No, I'm not doing that. That's a bad suggestion. Okay. I received a $20 tip.
Thanks for the money,
from
though.
Akuma. It's from Akuma. Not Akuma Baby, just Akuma. Thank you so very much to Akuma for a $20 tip this morning. I appreciate that. So, that is $21 in tips so far this morning. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that very, very much. We have a couple more shout-outs to do. Hold on. Jordan did another super chat, and he says, please do Hades 2 when it comes out. It looks good. I likely will. I mean, even if I don't end up liking it, I'm still going to try it. Hades, I skipped when it came out. And then I played it years later, and I loved it. And I did a full run of it and really, really enjoyed it. So, abso-freaking-lutely, I'm interested in playing Hades 2. Okay? Hair of the Dog, thank you for a $2 super chat. I appreciate that, Hair of the Dog. Thank you, thank you. And then Rich88 re-upped his membership for 9 months and says, we need retro gaming night with support picked games. Listen, I like retro gaming. And let me make this clear, though. When I say retro gaming, I mean retro games from my past. Atari, Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
Isn't
Sega
that what
Genesis.
retro games are?
Those are games synonymous with my past that I consider retro. So if you were to say retro gaming night, oh, you mean Mario, Ninja Gaiden, Metroid, original Mario Kart, you know what I'm saying? Like classic Sonic the Hedgehog, Earthworm Jim, right? Stuff from that era. I'm down for that. Classic Zelda, shit like that. That sounds good to me.
I felt that's what most people would see as retro games.
I think you basically just said the key factor. Support-based. Whenever I play retro games, I kid you not, usually those streams end up having low attendance, low engagement, and low support. Why? Because I just know that I have an audience that kind of doesn't really agree with me in everything that I'm doing. And I don't necessarily, I'm not happy about that. Like, for example, I really like JRPGs. But as soon as I play a JRPG, things slow down.
Because you make them boring as fuck, Phil.
I like retro games, but it seems like they don't really work. I like
everything you do is just boring as
so,
balls. Like,
if we actually had buy-in, like people were like, yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Event, maybe you do it like every other week, one night a week.
Guys, we need to buy in.
I would show up and I would engage in support, and we'd all have a good time with retro games. I would totally do it. But we would need that buy-in from people to commit that they're going to actually come and be a part
Go
of
fuck yourself, man.
I decided to do it, and then I just have a really slow night because I wanted to do something different, right? So, I'm okay with that. I like the idea. I love retro games. All right? Let's talk about it, shall we?
Like, seriously, go fuck yourself with saying, like, I need to buy it.
Let's see here. I received a $2.20 tip. This person is asking personal questions about income and stuff, which I'm not going to answer, so forget you. Okay, ignore them.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and answer personal questions about the finances of the channels and shit. You're dumb. Okay?
Then why do you keep talking about the finances of the fucking channels?
That information. Too bad. Okay.
I'm gonna keep talking about the finances of my schedule, of my channels, every single fucking day.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, you want to know more about it so you can help out? Go fuck yourself.
Playing stuff on my mini PC. I'm open to indie games. trying out a game like this, Manor Lords. I'm open to doing a retro games night. I'm open to all of it. I just want to see what will work and what people really want. How long would I say Elden Ring is? It depends on how long, how much you do. If you're just doing the main story, it's probably about 60 hours. Okay, no exaggeration. If you're doing main story, it's probably, if you're doing a tough way to get to it and water well, and if you're going interdimensionally, Godskin guy inside that kills you 7,000 times, and if you're going to go fight the hidden Blackblade enemies that are guarding the pathways that you don't need to go to, but you go there anyway because you want to get the special weapons and all of the runes, no exaggeration, it's probably 120 hours.
What the fuck is wrong with you,
So
Phil?
it really depends on how much you get into it. If you just a baseline playthrough, all you care about is beating the game, optional content, and
Okay then, that was something. All right.
have you ever played Kirby's Dream Course? I feel like we did. I feel like it was on the Nintendo Switch Plus online service or whatever, and we played it. And I thought it was weird. Wasn't it like Kirby's a ball or something? Like it's golf or something? I think we did.
It's
play that.
golf.
I think so. Dragonito says, I'm waiting on Lost Odyssey and Suikoden playthroughs. Well, Lost Odyssey, I can play at any time. It's on Xbox Series X, and they even remastered it to be even better. Like, apparently it runs even better on there now. That's a playthrough we could do at any time. It just never seems to have a time. You know what I mean? Like, I've always wanted to play it, and it just never seems to happen. In regards to Suikoden, that's...
It's almost like you make your own schedule and you can decide whenever you play fucking games, but
redone music, everything retuned and refined.
I guess not.
And that's the one I would play for that. Obviously, I wouldn't go play the original, so we're waiting on that collection. But yeah, maybe someday we will play Lost Odyssey. Oh, is that true? The Suikoden creator passed away recently? Well, that's very sad.
Wow, you sound so fucking sad about it.
You know, I haven't played them since then. I played them in the mid to late 90s when they were new games. That's when I played them, and I absolutely loved them. But it's been so long since I played them. I still remember some of the music. It's so good, the fight theme and everything. Wow, only 2 months ago. Sad.
Only
All
2
right,
months
that's
ago.
everything
Wow,
that I
that's
have.
sad. Okay.
Talk about, please tag me in the chat. I just received a $1 tip. Explain to people who aren't members on the React channel why they should become a member there. What's the value? Number one, becoming a submission.
Oh my fucking god, whoever did this fucking tip needs to be shot.
If you're an Ultra member, we're guaranteed to watch your clip every week for 4 weeks. So, guaranteed attention on the videos you want me to watch.
Shut up.
Video watch. In recent weeks, we've gotten through more. Now, if it's a video that's super long, you know I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna watch
Shut
the whole
up.
thing. Or on the flip side of that, if I find it very boring or the audience, a chance to see me watch and react to something you submit. This is not rocket science. This is not overcomplication. This is pretty easy to figure out and understand. And yes, there's enough people on that channel that like that premise because the show continues. It's been 62 episodes and we're still going strong.
Okay. I mean, apparently
Like I said,
fucking
particularly
yesterday you didn't go strong.
Yesterday didn't do so good, right? All the other streams have done fine. One particular stream out of nowhere did poorly. I will, try and figure out why, get to the bottom of it. Right? Outside of that, we're all good. There's nothing wrong with the format of the show. No one's complaining. Besides maybe you, who wants me to change the whole format of the show. Anyway, thank you, Hyperforce, for a super chat. Would you be interested in playing Pacific Drive, a roguelike? You drive in a station wagon doing survival runs in a stalkerish zone. I've heard the name, but that's all I've heard. I haven't really seen too much about it. So I don't know what it's on. I don't know how it plays. If it would be interesting. What do you guys think? Is it on Is it on Xbox?
I just have to look at it live.
No. Pacific Rim, Pacific News, no, Pacific Wings, and Battle Station Pacific. No Pacific Drive, so not on there. Every game we look for is not on there, right? uh,
I'm glad we checked that out, Phil.
here we go. People person says I never played Fallout before. Can you scroll off the screen? God damn it. Okay. I never played a Fallout game before. Can you explain basic stuff like stims and psycho when you enter them in the game? Yeah, they're drugs that either heal you or give you buffs. It's not much to really understand. Jordan says, I want to see you react to a trailer of games that you've played to see if you think they were scams or not. Well, there you go. You could do that. If you're a channel member on the DSP Reacts channel and you're an Ultra member, I watch a clip you submit once a week for 4 weeks. You definitely could get 4 of them in there, and I could react that way. Or if you're just a standard member, a submissions tier member, you can submit the clip, and there's an equal chance with everyone else that it'll be watched. So, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, stim pack is just a health recovery item, and it'll recover limb damage as well. Because sometimes you get damage on certain limbs, and it makes them weak. Like, for example, if you're a melee class, you're using your right arm, you get your strength back in your arm. Excuse me.
Yes, anything else?
Okay. So, guys, we got a little bit of extra time. If you would like to talk about any
Oh,
topic,
yeah, time for
further
Q&A.
contributions come in, I will shout them out. Thank you. Why are there so little sci-fi horror games? It's a good question, Eternal. You know, when you look at sci-fi horror, what do you think of? Dead Space, or Callisto Protocol, I guess. Alien Isolation, right? Maybe what was the one from the makers of Amnesia? Soma. Okay, but there's just not that many. You're absolutely correct. I don't know why. I don't know why it's few and far between that we have this sci-fi horror style. I mean, BioShock, right? I mean,
Sci-fi
BioShock
horror style.
It's been gone for over a decade. It's kind of fizzled out and died. I would like those. Joel Loft says, I would like to see you play Kingdom Come Deliverance, but I'm telling you, I watched my wife play Kingdom Come Deliverance. The first one, we hated it. We were like,
We hated it. My wife played it and we hated it.
First area, and you have no clue what to do, and the game is just tedious as fuck. And we were like, this game stinks. We're not playing this anymore. It's not refined enough. It's not polished enough. It's just not.
What do you mean we? Your wife was playing it, not you. What do you mean we? How is this a we thing? How would you have any say in whether she keeps playing it or not? What?
Fun, you know. Maybe if you play it with a guide, it's fun. But just trying to figure it out for yourself, like I'd rather, take a 2x4 and just smash myself in the forehead a few times, and I'll look at the sparklies. It's more entertaining, you know. So we stopped playing it and didn't like it. Okay. Jordan says, my absolute dream would be a horror escape from Jurassic Park. Aren't they making that? They're making that game, are they not? Did they not just show off that game, that there's a Jurassic Park horror survival game coming out soon? I think they did showcase that last year, and that is in development. I like playing Final Fantasy X. I thought it was a pretty good game. Had a lot of quirks to it that made me kind of scratch my head as to why the game was like that. But it is a more traditional turn-style Final Fantasy, and I did enjoy it overall.
A turn style? You mean turn-based?
Have I ever been a physical fight in real life? Yes. I used to be a bare-knuckle brawler in the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut. I would just walk down the street and just start punching.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And some would put up a fight. Some wouldn't, especially the old ladies when I struck them down. They were very, blindsided, but,
Oh, you're so fucking funny, Phil.
Ken did a super chat. Are you covering Endless Ocean? It's on Switch on Thursday. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I guess not. I don't know what Endless Ocean is. Okay. People person says, funny, sci-fi horror is big in Hollywood. I wonder why we never get Planet of the Apes like game. It's not horror, but still. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know why we don't get more horror games to begin with. Maybe it's just because, much like horror movies, it's kind of like there's no originality. And when you play the 10th horror game that plays the same as the other 10, it's not interesting anymore. You know, I love horror. I would like more horror. I would like variety of horror. And we just don't get it that often. You know? What's
I
the
love
horror
horror.
game coming out soon? Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 Remake? You couldn't come up with a new game? You had to remake a classic horror game from the 2000s? That's the big hot one? What about making a new one? Why can't we make new games? It's weird, right?
It's so
I
weird.
received a $6.66 tip from Dan the Man. I guess he wants to really see my ass burn.
Wow,
Very
Dan
much,
the
Dan,
Dent.
for your support today, and welcome to the stream. How are you doing? There it is. I'm like, where is the animation? Can't see it. There it is. Time for me to burn.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Dan. DC, how's it going? He says, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, thank you. People person says if they end up remaking Code Veronica in the same vein of the Resident Evil 2 remake, we make it the best horror game today. I would love for them to remake Resident Evil 0 or Resident Evil Code Veronica as more modern games that are more playable. Like Resident Evil 0 is just a fucking mess, as we know. I tried playing it in January. I couldn't even stomach the ending. I was like, fuck this. They really should make those games better and for audiences that would appreciate them because they haven't been played in a long time. Like there's no real versions of those that probably this last generation has even seen. How are Jasper and Cat? Jasper, you just saw. He's in here. He's actually running around. And Cat is all right. She's currently playing Fallout 4. That's what she's
Cat is also running around somewhere.
Fallout 4.
That's why I'm vibrating in my chair.
Jade says Star Wars Outlaws is looking good, but I just don't trust Star Wars games. I know. When you had Jedi Outcast and it was a really good game, but then Jedi Survivor comes out and it was a piece of shit. It couldn't even, ran so poorly. It's just stupid because the game is good, but it runs like shit. Like, why would they do that to their game? And that's the thing. That's exactly what happened with Jedi Survivor. I stand on my reasoning that I said last year. If Jedi Survivor had come out as a polished, complete product that ran well, that would have been a Game of the Year contender for most people. But it came out as an unfinished, buggy, frame rate dropping mess. And if you didn't notice, it got kind of panned when it came out. And no one talked about it after about a week or two after it being out. It's like it never existed. Like it wasn't even in anyone's discussions at the end of the year as a good game. Which is sad because
It was nominated for certain things, Phil.
Jedi Outcast,
But okay.
They cannot flub Star Wars again. They've got to have. I mean, we just had Jedi Survivor run like shit. We have the Battlefront collection that runs like shit and is a buggy mess. We have to have a good Star Wars game now. We can't have Star Wars be the franchise, the IP that all their games are shit. Right? They got.
I mean, it's not just their games that are shit.
Tub says, well, Ubisoft has had a low-key hot streak with games recently, so I'm kind of starting to trust the Star Wars game. Guess we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm skeptical.
Imagine trusting Ubisoft of all fucking companies.
I don't think it has to do with the publisher. I think it has to do with the studio making the game and the pressure and the level of emphasis put on that game, right?
So it is dependent on publisher as well, because the publisher is the one that usually puts on the pressure for the dev.
Oh, man. Okay. Any other topics today, guys, you want to talk about? Please tag me in the chat, or again, if contributions come in, I'll shout them out. It looks like we're winding down here on the show. Yeah, we haven't heard from Quantic Dream in ages. We don't know what they're working on. We knew that there was a Star Wars game. There's 0 updates on it. We don't know what happened with Quantic Dream at all. It's kind of weird because when there's radio silence on a major studio that just had a hit, like the Turbo Code Human was a huge hit for them. They actually sold more than they thought they would, and it actually had good residual sales too. Like it had legs. So now,
Oh yes, it had legs.
their next projects are excited. One's a Star Wars game, right? We've heard nothing. That's not a good sign. I really hope that they're doing all right over there because I want to play their next games. You know.
Yeah, I want to play all their newest games because I don't have to actually do gameplay.
Oh, let's see here. What do I do? The next suggestion box segment will be. Usually we do suggestion box when there's nothing else going on the show. So if there's no gaming news, no topics to really discuss, and we're kind of have a whole half hour or more, that's usually when I do it. So we'll have to see if there's any days now with no gaming news or anything coming up, and then we would do it then. Keep in mind though, I'm backlogged on the
Yes.
suggestion box by a ton, like a ton.
Yeah, no shit.
So if you have something that you want to ask me, you might have better luck doing it during a Q&A segment. Because if you have something in the suggestion box that you're waiting for an answer, it could take like months. No lie. Like I think there's like a month of backlog in there.
Wow.
I received a $5 tip from a mysterious stranger. There you go. The mysterious stranger.
Okay.
Thank you for a $5 tip. Will you show up in my playthrough? I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I don't think I ever have done a playthrough where I did the
All right, the mysterious stranger. Derp. The fucking perk from Fallout.
Where's the suggestion box? If you type in ! suggestion, the link pops up. It's just a oops, that's not how you spell suggestion. I hope if you spelled it right. Basically it's a thread that I posted on the main channel page community tab like 2 months ago. There it is right there if you want to post up a suggestion. The thing is, again, we only do it when we get around to it. So likely we're not going to get around to a new suggestion for a while. No, I didn't hear Paper Mario is getting censored. I don't know why Mario would be censored. That sounds ridiculous. Am I going to stick to melee my entire playthrough? Likely yes, although there will likely be times that I have to use guns because I'm forced to. Like if I can't reach a turret. That's what happened last time. Remember, I was in, was it Corteva processing plant, and there was no way to reach the turrets, so I had to pull out a gun and shoot them. There may be times I...
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Phil? Mr. Bennell? Phil?
David H says, which would you be in charge? Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation? What's one thing you would fix about the company? Let's see. I would be in charge of Nintendo, and I would immediately change the entire company's culture to stop feeling like they're holier than thou, smarter than everyone, and always have to have a weird gimmick or innovation in a console. And instead, I would just make a Nintendo...
Phil, the whole fucking holier than thou is you. What do you mean? You would... What? If you were to run fucking Nintendo, it would be even worse. Because all your channels have some fucking shitty gimmick. You think you're better than everyone else. You think you're holier than thou. You even said it. Yes, I am holier than thou, actually. And you're gonna steer a company away from that? Like, what?
console that's powerful enough to run games well and make Nintendo first-party games look sick as shit. Can you imagine, instead of their bullshit gimmicks, one time they release a new Nintendo console that's powerful as hell, and you get insane graphics in a Mario or a Zelda or a Metroid or anything. Fuck that shit with their dumb kitty gimmick stuff and go right ahead and give me a good console and pump out your first-party games. I would predict record high sales on every single one of them. It would work. It's just that they don't listen to feedback. Nintendo literally does not accept feedback from any of their customer base. They just do whatever they want.
I mean, if all of their customers are like Darkside fucking Phil, they really shouldn't listen to their fucking customer base.
Okay, let's see. Did I hear Digital Foundry says performance mode for Fallout 4 doesn't even work when it's on? Oh, I don't know. It won't affect me because I'm already using the FPS boost on my Xbox Series X console, so there's no improvement to the performance. It will just run at 60 frames no matter what. So, Chia says, I caught up the end of your last playthrough a while ago. The excessive use of stim packs is giving me anxiety. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you mean. Are you talking about this playthrough of Fallout 4? You think I was using too many stim packs? I don't even remember that. So here's the thing. Don Fanucci says, have I ever considered started streaming earlier? Here's the deal. Could I stream?
Here's the deal.
Yes. But sadly, it would just throw my whole household into disarray. I stream at 10:45.
What? Your entire what? What? What do you mean your entire household? Hello?
5 a.m. is when I turn my stream on, correct? Some days a little later, but 10:45 is the sweet spot. This gives enough time so that like my wife can get up, get ready for work or whatever, and I'm not disturbing her basically. She can do what she needs to do in the house and then, get to work or whatever, and it's fine. It also allows for the fact that it's kind of a normal schedule of getting up at a certain time and getting, when I have a day off and we're going to have a normal day, we have to be able to be up when people are having breakfast. We have to be able to go out, do things when people are doing things, and you know what I mean? We have to have like normal business hours to have a normal life, and we've had that, thankfully. If I were to start earlier, like let's say I wanted to start way early, I could. Hell, I could start broadcasting 7 a.m. if I wanted. And that would wake up the household. That would wake up my wife at 7 a.m., which of course she doesn't want to be awake at 7 a.m.
The household. All you have is your wife. Jasper isn't gonna fucking bitch because you woke up early. What?
Right? Remember, when I stream, my voice carries through the house. I have to have this door shut, and even then you can hear me talk, but at least it doesn't boom and echo. Right? It's not like this is a quiet job that I can just sit at the desk going, I'm making noise the entire time that I'm streaming. So if I get up early, my whole house has to get up early, which is kind of unfair. I don't want my wife getting up at 7 a.m. for me to stream at 7, right? And like I said, in addition to that, that would throw off our entire schedule for like our days off, where we'd be getting up at 7 a.m. to do what? Sit around on a day off? There's nothing to do at 7. Nothing's open, right? So we have our schedule in line with what would be considered.
You could wake up, shower, grab some fucking breakfast, maybe relax with your wife a bit during breakfast. Like, oh my god, imagine that. And then by the time you would be done with everything in the morning, all the shops would open up and you could go to the shops. And you would be able to finish early and then spend more time with your wife. Oh my god.
Consider it like a normal day of business hours. So when we have a day off, we can have all our appointments and the things we need to do during the hours when everything is open and all of that. Here's the thing. If I did not have a family, if I was not married, if there wasn't a household here, right? If it was just me.
What fucking household? It's your wife and a cat!
I could hold whatever hours I want, and I could stream whenever I want, and I would have pure flexibility to do whatever I want. But that's not my life anymore. I got married, I have a life now with a family, and other people I have to worry about, and a cat that I don't want to screw with. You know what I mean? I have these things going on.
The cat you don't want to screw... The cat really doesn't give two fucks when you wake up, Phil. It's a cat! Huh?
So I have to be in line with that kind of stuff. Okay? I can't just be, it's just about me, and my streams and my business. It's about our life together, our stuff going on.
Just fucking admit you're a lazy fucking cunt who doesn't want to wake up before fucking 10.
Right? Sadly, a lot of people are just so fucking self-centered in life. Oh, I'll just fucking do whatever I want. Wake up the whole house, make noise and shit 7 a.m. No. That's not going to work. That's not going to fly.
Most people who work wake up at 7 a.m., Phil.
And to say, am I loud when I stream? No, not for the most part, right? But if people are making loud noises at 7 a.m., you're going to be upset, right?
What? But you just said, what? What?
And as of for streaming later, I don't even think that would work because already I'm told that my late night streams are too late. Like, that's actually why I stopped doing midnight releases. If you remember, when I was in Connecticut, I would do midnight releases frequently for new games. But as new games started coming out here and I started covering them, people were like, nah, it's too late. Like I would do the stream and I'd have less viewers than a daytime stream. If for a new release, hype midnight release, no one would show up. So I stopped doing them entirely, you know? Excuse me. That's correct as well. The Blimp says, plus remember, you're doing 6 days a week. It needs to be sustainable. If I was streaming 3 days a week and I did giant days of 7 a.m. till midnight, right? 3 days a week, okay, that's maybe better. But I don't. I do 6 days a week, man. I do a lot of content. It's got to be more consistent. You know what I mean? Again, it's kind of, for me, it's like a 9-to-5 job. It's how I kind of treat it. So that way I can have a normal life outside of the streaming. If I had a real...
Imagine fucking treating your streaming like a 9 to 5. Isn't streaming supposed to be something that can help you relax and look? I mean, I started doing these streams just recently, and obviously, like, they don't get much attention yet. But I mean, fuck it, I'm just doing it for fun anyway. Like, this is something that I would do after work. Like, and I know that a lot of the tractor streamers as well. They do their regular 9 to 5. They come home and they're like, you know what, fuck it, I don't have a lot to do. I'm gonna stream tonight, and that's how they do that. And they actually have families. You know, some even have kids, and it doesn't. There's zero fucking issues for them and their schedules. So what the fuck are you on about, Phil? Actually, what the fuck are you on about? You are the most delusional fucking piece of shit I've ever fucking heard of.
weird hours and shit that I wouldn't have a normal life. I wouldn't have a normal sleep schedule. I'd be all fucked up.
Also, if he would be treating it like a normal 9 to 5, he'd be getting up at 7 or 8 a.m. anyway. So, debunked. Yes, Phil. Continue.
Say hi to dog. I will say hi to dog meat, Jade. He's dog meat. I will say hello to dog meat.
Ah, yes, thank you, Jade. Holy shit, Phil, just end your fucking
Okay.
copecast.
Down here. I want to say thank you all for the early support today. It's much appreciated. If you like the Fallout stuff, please support it. I can tell you this: the video views are pretty good. We've actually had a good amount.
Please support it, guys.
Super chats, super thanks on the videos. That's cool because I almost never get super thanks, and in the last week I actually got some super thanks on the Fallout stuff.
Wow.
That's appreciated.
That's great.
Yeah, for those of you who are here live, thank you for supporting the streams. You all know, I try to hit that $50 goal every stream. That's awesome if we do. And thanks to everyone who's already hanging out and chilling and supporting. I appreciate that. What's up, Game Boy? How's it going today? All right. Shall we adjourn? I feel like we've run out of topics and people are just kind of meandering around here. So I feel like
So you're the only one who meanders around.
To begin. Blinky, you're a complete idiot. Enjoy your ban.
Well, I'm gonna tell my boss I can't wake up at 7 a.m. anymore because I don't want to wake up my wife and cat, lol. Okay, I fucking like that one.
Thanks to dumb shit. I literally just explained how my job is different from everyone else's. That if I got up at 7 a.m. and was
Oh man, okay, I need to fucking screenshot this.
streaming, you would just hear me talking and would wake everyone up in the house, right? He goes, oh, I'll tell my boss I can't get to work at 7 a.m. because I'm going to wake up my family. Your job does not require you to talk loudly in your house, waking everyone up in the house.
How do you know that, Phil?
Get up and get ready for work and leave and not wake everyone
How do you know that?
Right? But you're an idiot. You don't listen to me, so go fuck yourself. Okay.
How do you know what that person does for a job?
Yes, don't worry. Today I will definitely upload the podcast. Yesterday I forgot to upload the podcast at the right time. I did all the React videos and I forgot to upload the podcast and I didn't do it till night. Today I will definitely upload this along with the gameplay videos. No worries there. Okay, are we good? I feel like we're good. Thank you guys for chilling with me here on the show and for listening to the news. I'm now very excited for Street Fighter 6, May 22nd, the big update. And thank you all for watching. Hope to see you for Fallout and Elden Ring today, and I'll tell you all about how it went tomorrow on the show. Peace out, everyone. I'll see you Tuesday. Okay. Cool. Let's get set up here. My excellent Fallout border. The sun just came out outside really bright. Holy shit. Sheesh. It's like blaringly bright out there right now. Which is
Oh
probably why
no,
I look so bright on camera.
the sun came out, guys.
It's so bright out there. Like, oh my god. Okay. How many hours of sleep do I usually get? Depends on the night. Depends on when I fall asleep, how tired I am. It could vary. I think the sweet spot you want to aim for is between 6 to 7 hours, and that's what I try to get every night. Some nights I don't get to sleep that fast, and I get less. Some nights I'm super duper pooped, and I fall asleep early, and I get that much.
But you wake up around 10, Phil. So you finish your late stream by what is it? Like 9? And then he says that he barely has fucking free time to spend with his wife, yada yada fucking yada. So if you aim for the sweet spot of 7 hours and you wake up at like 10 a.m., that means that on average you go to bed at like 3 in the fucking morning. So you have 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. to spend with your wife and do shit off stream. What the fuck do you mean you have no free time?
Or more. So it all depends on the night. No, I haven't got any new blinds or anything like that. In a little while, it won't even matter because in a little while, the air conditioner will be in. And therefore, there will be no heat issues in this office because the air conditioner will always keep it cool. Right now, we actually are very lucky. We've had a string of cooler weather for the last week, week and a half, and it looks like it will persist for the next week, week and a half. Usually by now, I actually kind of have the air conditioner in already, but I feel like I've been lucky this year with the weather. So I'm hoping for the best. You know, the later the better, because that means less cost of electricity and also fresh air for longer. And fresh air is better than having this processed air.
But wait, you were saying that your house was heating up
We'll see how it goes.
a lot, and you what?
I will be able to hold off as long as possible. Probably like mid to late May, it's gonna be in there. The good news is you guys shouldn't hear it this year. Unlike previous years where you always heard that atmospheric noise of the air conditioner, I have filters on the mic now. You should not hear it ever.
Oh wow!
You will never hear that. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome, Phil. Why are you still sitting?
My games? I delete when I'm done with them. Like for example, right
Why
now
are you still
I'm
fucking sitting here, Phil?
done with Alone in the Dark, so that's one I can definitely get rid of. I'm not gonna be playing that again. We did the 2 runs already, right? Sea of Stars, we're gonna go back to at some point. Harold Halibut, probably not, but it's a small game.
Oh yeah, definitely going back to Sea of Stars.
Too much else on here, so I basically delete them when I need to. That's the thing though, and I actually talked about this recently. A lot of people have said when this console gen was launching that the consoles just didn't have enough storage space, right? Like PS5 and Xbox Series X. Oh my God, the storage space is so small. Everyone's gonna need to buy expansion hard drives, and there were so many advocates. Buy the expansion hard drive, buy the expansion flash card, buy this and that. And they're all expensive. They're like $300, right? It's like the cost of the console to expand your hard drive space. I have never had a problem whatsoever with hard drive space. Not once. Not once has there ever, oh shit, I can't fix this stuff.
Okay, good for you.
Not once at all. So I don't understand, like, unless
How
you're
is this a
playing
flex?
9 games at a time, who the fuck does that? I don't know how you could run on a hard drive space. Even the base hard drives in these consoles have never been an issue for me. Why would I spend $300 on an expansion flash card or hard drive? It seems like a pretty stupid ripoff. And what's funny is so many people were recommending that when the consoles first came out, and I was like, I'm gonna wait and see, and I'm very glad I did. Okay. All right, guys. Real fast. I'm just gonna go use the restroom, and then we're gonna begin. It will not be a long break, but I'm just gonna go do that before we begin, and then we'll start. So I'll be right back.
And I'm gonna check live, and after that, I'm probably gonna call it because I'm actually starting to get tired myself. And gameplay with Phil is boring as balls. He's still on $33. And great commentary right here.
Boosh! They are resistant to chopping. I need to find a blunt object, perhaps. Ooh, they have one. A shock baton? Ooh, I'm gonna try the shock baton. Let's see if
Yeah,
that's an...
I'm gonna call it here because this is horrible.
Yeah, cool. Shock baton.
So I hope whoever watches this enjoys it.
Bonk.
Leave a like, comment, you know, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time.
Institute pistol.